Well, Jacob, thank you so much for joining the Rink Report today. I was excited to chat with you and then got an even bigger surprise when I walked in and saw that your father, Jeff, was here as well. We've had some good chats prior to this earlier in the year, so thank you both so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me, Katie. I'm probably more excited than he is that my father's here.
Well, you were a wonderful interview back in November before the dad's trip. So I think, yeah, and I know you've done some TV yourself, so definitely a natural. But just visiting in town again, getting to see some games?
Just visiting. With Jacob getting married last month. That was our trip in February. We followed the boys to Seattle and Vancouver in January, so we're happy to get back in D.C. It's great being in the building the other night. Great energy against Detroit. The boys put on a great show, and you can see why they've had such success. They just look like a great group of guys out there enjoying what they're doing, and 98 points so far. How about that, huh?
Well, a lot of success for sure, and the offense from the defense, Jacob, has been a huge part of that, jumping in off of the rush. What has allowed this D-corps to be so consistent this year?
Just, good hockey players back there. I think, we got guys that I think can play in all three zones, and guys that can defend well and are capable of getting up and contributing offensively. So it's been, it's been a great year. Obviously, when you have success, I think, we got lots of guys contributing to that success, and I think it's good. You need to have those contributions from the back end to generate more offense in today's league. So we try to do our best of getting up when we can.
You mentioned a lot of guys contributing, and that's been the name of this team top to bottom. Tom Wilson hits 30 goals. Logan Thompson hits 30 wins on Tuesday. And next goal for yourself is a new career high. You're having an excellent season here in your first year in Washington. What has made the Capitals such a good fit for you?
I don't know. I just think we have a great group. We have, from the start, I think we were just very cohesive. Obviously a lot of new faces this year, but right from the start, I think our locker room's so great. We have great leadership and, guys that love one another and want to play hard for one another, and it makes it easy to go out and compete every night with them. So it's been a lot of fun.
Jeff, you were a former player yourself, obviously know this game better than anyone. So to be able to watch your son and just the success that he's having and how happy he is here, how does that make you feel as a father?
Oh, it's been amazing. To get to this point, it's his 9th year in the league. We had a lot of great times in Arizona and Ottawa, a lot of struggles within the organization, and sort of the teams being at different times in their development, so not always able to contend at certain spots. It's been really fun. It's great coming in. You see how close, you talked about how close the group is. There's such support from the forwards to the defense to the goaltenders. You can see the cohesiveness like Jacob talked about. And I see, you just see even things in, if the play gets scrambly in their own zone, they win a lot of 50-50 pucks. Someone's going to get a foot on it. They got support forwards coming back, and then they're able to get the puck and go attack. It's just been really, really fun to watch. And even when things are tough, it seems like things are pretty good around here, right? They know how to battle through adversity, which I think is a key.
Well, that's been the name of the game this season. You know the stats well. You mentioned 98 points on the season so far, tied with Winnipeg for the top of the league standings. And you've only played in playoff games in your career where there was nobody in the stands. So when you think down this home stretch, what could come for this team? How excited does that make you looking into the next month or so?
Yeah, extremely. That's something I wish I had more opportunities to get to the postseason, but I just can't wait. It's what everybody, who's playing this league wants to have a chance to get there and a chance to, win the cup. So for us, obviously, I think we've had such a great season. We want to continue to, push the envelope, continue to get better, make sure we're, going full stride as we go into the postseason playing our best hockey. So we're looking forward to it. But obviously we still have, 14 games left to make sure we're, in great form come postseason.
And Jeff, I'm sure for you, anytime you get to watch Jacob in person is a treat, but kind of along the lines of being that hockey dad, when you think, wow, this could be a good year for the Capitals and a fun run, how much excitement does that bring to you as a father?
Oh, it's amazing, really. I mean, there's a lot of tough nights when you're sitting at home watching on television. Like, to be here, like, I miss being the taxi driver. That's why I'm here at practice. Like, to see these guys, you can see Chris Strom and I were talking. They just watch them. Like, they just look like they've got good jump, good cohesiveness. I don't know if that's because they have the day off yet, or they're just in a really good place. But they're a bunch of guys that know how to play hockey, and they play really well and support each other. That's the most exciting thing for me as a parent.
Well, as we look ahead to tonight, the Philadelphia Flyers in town, a team maybe not having the best season, but it's a logo that means a lot to both of you. Jeff, you were a former Flyer, and I know Jacob spent some time in the penalty box back at Wells Fargo Center earlier this year and made a joke that he was just like his pops like that. So what are some fun memories from that time with the Flyers?
We had great people, Bobby Clark and Mr. Snyder owning the team. They were really great community, and playing for Paul Holmgren and so many of my teammates that I had there. We have a great alumni association of Philadelphia, and it's just been a blessing to be a part of that group for all these years. So that's what makes it even more fun now coming to Washington, because I do get ribbed a lot from my buddies, but I'm just really proud to be a Washington Capital father now, and to see these guys. And I'm so happy for my son playing. I can see it in his face every day, and when I'm talking to him, I just see there's such great relief, and he's really enjoying playing the game right now. So really happy for him and his teammates.
Yeah. And Jacob, last one for you. A team like the Flyers, again, struggling, but those are sometimes the teams you got to watch. They can sneak up on you. We've seen that earlier this year. So what is the key to, not getting ahead of yourselves in games like this and just going out there and taking it game by game?
Yeah, these are always tough games. I mean, there's not many easy ones in this league, so you can't, take any team for granted, especially, they got a coach that makes sure they're working hard every night. And, when you got a team of NHL players working hard and really trying to win, it's never easy. So we got to make sure we have our best stuff. And like you said, I think we have been surprised by a couple of teams this season. And I think for us, when we have good starts, we tend to get ourselves in the game early and really try to impose our will on who we're playing against. So I think big starts are always important for us, especially playing against a team like, Philly tonight.
Always a tough team. Should be a fun one tonight. Thank you so much. Good luck tonight, and thank you. Enjoy the rest of your trip.
Thanks so much.